Danny, how is the state law enforcement officers stepping up during this campaign?
We're working with our partners, not only with the Department of Public Safety, but also with the Houston Police Department and some of the other agencies. We're using various resources. We have grants, for example, where we work with law enforcement to enforce traffic laws. It's really important. We call the 3 E's: engineering, enforcement, and education. We want to make sure we're spreading the word for folks to use seatbelts. We have seen a slight uptick in crashes and fatal crashes with folks that are not wearing seatbelts. And there's no reason for that. We want to get back up to where we have folks that are using their seatbelts, not taking any chances. There's no reason not to put your seatbelt or use your seatbelt.
Yeah, Danny, as I was going through the show this morning, I was looking at this interview specifically, and I was wondering, is there any data that supports that this is more common in rural areas than in major cities like Houston and Dallas, or do we see it in cities, in metro areas like that too?
We see in metro areas as well. I mean, last year we had in the Houston area, we had over 184 fatalities, and then we had 77 just in the city of Houston.
Wow.
That's way too many. Folks are dying on the road, and I mean, we have situations with aggressive driving, texting and driving, drinking and driving. We already have these issues, and we're asking folks to make sure that they take traffic safety very seriously. But wearing a seatbelt it's a common thing. It should be something you do as soon as you get in your vehicle. And then if you're the driver, you have to let the folks know in your vehicle. So whether if you're out in the country somewhere,
right,
or if you're in the metro area, you can still get into a serious crash. And really in the areas where we have smaller FM roads, we have these 2-lane roads,
yeah,
and it can create a dangerous situation. But it's also as dangerous when you're in the city as well. When you're traveling on a freeway that people are traveling at a high rate of speed, you have a better chance of surviving a serious crash if you have your seatbelt on.
Yeah, there's really no excuse as to why you can't just click it.
Right.
It takes 2 seconds. It really does.
Yes.
Danny, what are the rules and laws when it comes to passengers in the back seat? Are they obligated to buckle up as well?
Right. So if it's a smaller child and they're not restrained, then the driver would obviously get the ticket and get the citation. If it's adult passengers, they will get the ticket. So it's incumbent upon everybody that gets into a vehicle to make sure they're wearing a seatbelt. I mean, children, I've seen children that automatically get in the vehicle, put it on, know to put it on. And why can't the adults do it? We want the adults to do it as well. Don't take the chances. Don't get in the vehicle and just think, okay, I'm in the back seat, I'm going to be fine. No, you see situations where you're traveling at a high rate of speed and you're not restrained. We don't want to see the results that we see on a daily basis.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens regularly in the Houston area. So we want folks to make sure they're buckling up, click it or ticket. It's really important. You don't want to get the citation. You don't want to get into a situation where you have a significant fine and you're having to pay a ticket.
Danny, what are those penalties? What are those fines for not wearing a seatbelt in Texas?
It's about $200. Ooh. And it's just not worth it if you just put the seatbelt on. We've seen over the years, even since maybe the 80s and the 90s, you've seen a significant increase. Back at times, we only had half folks using or utilizing their seatbelts. We've seen a trend upward where people are using their seatbelts. It's a regular practice. It's very safe, and to make sure you put your seatbelt on. Keep yourself safe. Don't text and drive. Don't do the other things, but it's very simple. Put your seatbelt on before you get into a vehicle. When you get into a vehicle and before you hit the road.
Yeah. How long does this campaign last?
So it's a campaign we focus on throughout the year or once in the year, but it's all year for us. I mean, we do our In the Streak campaign, In the Streak TX, which we want to reduce fatalities. That's fatalities overall. We're still seeing folks out there driving aggressively. We still see them out there texting and driving. It's just not worth it. So it's click it or ticket. We do it during the springtime, but we want folks to do this throughout. We just kind of focus on it throughout the year. Use your seatbelt. Make sure you're staying off the phones. It's really important because we're seeing an increase in crashes and we're seeing an increase in fatalities every year. Over the last 4 or 5 years, we've seen a significant increase place in specific areas, especially the metro areas, Dallas, San Antonio, Houston. So we want folks to make sure they're taking safety into consideration. So all this campaign is the focus is this week, for example, but we want the campaign to spread throughout the year, 365 days, daytime, nighttime. Doesn't matter if you're in the middle of the night, you're driving by yourself. Put that seatbelt on, keeps you safe.